If you've ever had food poisoning, a nasty bout of the flu, or suffered the stink of athlete's foot, you'll know that infectious diseases are a drag. But have you ever wondered what causes them? There are microscopic organisms called microbes all around us. Some microbes are good for us, while others can cause disease. The microbes and other microscopic agents that cause disease are called pathogens. Most pathogens are bacteria, viruses, or fungi. Let's take a look at each of them to find out why they make such unwelcome party guests. You might have heard of some bacteria before, like Salmonella, E. coli, or B. cereus. You can see them easily with a light microscope, like the ones in your science classroom. All of these bacteria like to hang out in uncooked meat, chicken, and eggs, and are common culprits of food poisoning, with symptoms such as vomiting and diarrhea.
Oh no, food poisoning.
Could be serious.
So what are bacteria? They're unicellular organisms, which means that each bacterium is made up of a single cell. Bacterial cells are small and relatively simple, and they don't have a nucleus to hold their DNA. Many bacteria aren't harmful to humans. Some are even helpful, but pathogenic bacteria are a major cause of death and disease. When they enter your body, like when you swallow them, they cause damage by attaching to your cells and taking nutrients from them. Some types of bacteria also produce toxins that poison and kill cells in the infected parts of the body. So be sure your chicken nuggets are thoroughly cooked. Viruses are another type of pathogen. For example, these influenza viruses can give you the flu when they invade your body. Viruses can cause all sorts of diseases in humans, including the common cold, measles, Ebola, and even cervical cancer. But what is a virus exactly? Basically, it's a bunch of genetic material, like DNA, wrapped up in a layer of protein or fat. Because viruses are not cells, many scientists consider them to be non-living. However, this is still a matter of scientific debate. A virus can't reproduce in the way that cells do. Instead, it enters the body to infect a cell. It hijacks the cell to make more viruses. This usually causes the cell to burst, allowing thousands of new viruses to spread throughout the body. When you hear the word fungi, you probably think of mushrooms, like the ones you find on your pizza. But fungi also include microbes, such as molds, and baker's yeast, where each grain is made up of many yeast cells. While some kinds of fungi are delicious, others are pathogens. For example, athlete's foot is a common and rather smelly fungal infection. It's commonly caused by this fungus, called Microsporum, which likes to grow in the warm, moist areas between your toes and your sweaty socks. But what are fungi? Fungi can be unicellular, like a yeast cell, or multicellular. They have more complex cells than bacteria, similar to plant and animal cells. In fact, fungi were once classified as plants. But unlike plants, they can't use sunlight to produce food by photosynthesis. Instead, they get their food by decomposing dead matter, or feeding off a living host, like your friend Pete. Some fungi can also release toxins, doing even more harm, not to mention that smell.
Ugh.
Oh, don't blame Pete, because he's a fun guy.
In short, bacteria, viruses, and fungi are everywhere. They all want to be the life of the party, but some of them are pathogens, meaning that they can infect and harm us. So what can you do to stop pathogens making you a total party pooper? Good hygiene practices are a must to help stop them from spreading. Like washing your hands with soap and warm water before you eat, not sharing drinks, and wearing footwear at public pools and showers. Sometimes it's the little things that count.